The year was 2445. Earth had been quiet for many years. While other alien empires fought wars and argued over borders, Earth stayed silent. People thought humans were peaceful and weak. But that was not true. Earth was preparing in secret, under the ground and in space. Humans were building something powerful. It was called Project Horizon. It was a secret plan. Only the top leaders and some officers knew about it. They wanted Earth to be ready when the time came. Captain Laura Brooks stood on the bridge of the ship Horizon 1. She looked at the stars through the front screen. The ship was quiet. Her crew was calm. They had trained for this moment. This ship was not like the others. It was fast and had new weapons. No alien ship had anything like it. "Status report," Laura said. "All systems are green, Captain," said First Officer Ryan Moore. "Drive, test ready." "Good," she replied. "Begin the test. Take us to Sector Delta." The ship's engine started with a deep hum. In a flash, the Horizon 1 jumped across space. No other ship could move like this. It crossed light years in seconds. The crew cheered. It worked. On Earth, in a dark room, Daniel Cruz watched a screen. He was an intelligence officer. He listened to alien messages. One message caught his attention. It was from a group called the Thalrex Combine. They were planning to attack a human colony called Meridian 9. Daniel sent the report to the Earth Defense Command. The leaders read it. They did not panic. Instead, they sent one short message to the galaxy. It said, "We have been patient. That patience is ending." That was all. No threat. No loud words. Just a simple warning. Back on Horizon 1, Laura got new orders. She was told to go to Meridian 9. Her mission was to protect the colony. She nodded. "Prepare for combat. We may be tested sooner than we hoped." As they jumped toward the colony, the crew checked all systems. They knew this could be their first real fight. They were ready. Meanwhile, in the Galactic Council, leaders from other planets talked about Earth. Some thought Earth was just bluffing. Others were not sure. One alien said, "Humans have always been quiet, but they are not weak. We should be careful." The Thalrex ignored the warning. They sent a fleet of warships to Meridian 9. They wanted to show power. They thought humans would run or beg. But Earth did not run. Horizon 1 arrived just as the Thalrex fleet reached the colony. Laura saw the enemy ships on the screen. There were 10 of them, all armed, all moving fast. She stood tall. "Target the lead ship. Fire when ready." The Horizon 1 fired its new weapon. A bright beam of energy shot across space. The lead Thalrex ship exploded. The rest tried to run, but they were too slow. The human ship moved faster and struck again and again. In minutes, the fight was over. On Earth, President Helen Morris stood in front of cameras. The people watched her. She spoke in a clear voice. "Today, we defended our people. We did not start this, but we will finish it if needed. Earth is ready. We are not hiding anymore." The message spread across the galaxy. Some were shocked. Some were afraid. Some were angry. The Galactic Council sent a message to Earth. They wanted to know what had happened. Earth sent back a video. It showed the broken Thalrex ships floating in space. Other planets began to talk. What else was Earth hiding? What were they planning? Back on the Horizon 1, the crew watched the stars. Laura looked at her crew. She was proud, but she knew this was only the beginning. "We did well," she said, But they will come again, and we will be ready. The crew nodded. No one spoke much. They all felt the same. Earth had changed. The galaxy had changed, and the silence of Earth was now over. The smoke from the destroyed Dalrek's ships still drifted in space near Meridian 9. Horizon 1 floated quietly, watching for more danger. Captain Laura Brooks stood on the bridge. Her arms crossed, her eyes stayed on the screen. The enemy had been beaten, but she knew it was not the end. "Any signs of more ships?" Laura asked. "No, Captain," Ryan Moore said. "The area is clear for now." "Keep scanning," she said. "They may come back." On the colony below, people were safe. Families had taken shelter during the attack. Now they came outside and looked up at the sky. They knew the humans on Horizon 1 had saved them. The colony's mayor, Richard Lane, sent a message to the ship. "Thank you, Captain. You saved us. We owe you everything." Laura smiled a little. "We did our duty, Mayor. Stay alert. There may be more trouble soon." Back on Earth, President Helen Morris called an emergency meeting. The top leaders of Earth sat around a large table. Daniel Cruz stood next to a screen, showing data. "The Thalrex Combine lost 10 ships," he said. "They will not forget this. They will want revenge." One general said, "Let them come. We can stop them." President Morris raised her hand. "We must not grow proud. We showed our power, yes. But this is only the start. We need to prepare for a bigger war." Everyone nodded. Earth would not be caught off guard. In a hidden base on the dark side of the moon, new warships were being built. They were faster and stronger than Horizon 1. Some could even fly without crews. Engineers and scientists worked day and night. One of them was Lily Grant, a quiet woman who helped design the weapons on Horizon 1. Lily sat at a desk, reading reports. She saw something strange in the data from the last battle. "This code is not ours," she said to herself. She sent a message to Daniel Cruz. A few hours later, he arrived at the base. "What did you find?" he asked. "Someone sent a signal." "To the enemy during the fight," Lily said. "It came from one of our ships. Someone is a traitor." Daniel's face grew hard. "We need to find them, now." They began to search records and logs, every message, every system check. It would take time, but they would find the spy. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council met in a great hall floating in space. Leaders of many alien races sat in tall chairs. Some were angry, some were scared. The Thalrex leader, Viral Zern, spoke with fire in his voice. "Earth is dangerous. They hide their power, and now they strike. We must act." Another leader from a peaceful race called the Delari raised a hand, but Earth only defended itself. The Thalrex attacked first. Viral slammed the table. "We will crush them before they grow stronger." Back in human space, Earth sent out new patrols. Small ships with strong weapons watched the borders. Captain Laura Brooks was given new orders. She was to lead a group of warships into neutral space to show strength. Ryan looked at her as they entered the fleet hangar. "Do you think this will stop the Thalrex? No," she said. "But it may make others think twice before joining them." As the ships flew through deep space, they passed near alien outposts. The aliens watched in silence. They had never seen human ships like this before. Then came a message. A single Thalrex ship was nearby. It had entered human space again. "Should we engage?" Ryan asked. Laura thought for a moment. "No, let it see us." Let it report back what it saw. The Thalrex ship turned and fled. Captain Laura knew it would not be the last one. On Earth, Daniel and Lily had found something, a name, a pilot who had sent coded messages during the battle. His name was Alex Warren. He was taken into custody at once. "Why did you do it?" Daniel asked him. Alex looked at the floor. "I thought the Thalrex would win. I was promised safety and money." Daniel shook his head. "You gave away lives for greed. You will face trial." The leaders of Earth met again. President Morris stood before them. "The war has begun. We must be strong, but also wise. We will not attack unless we must. But if anyone comes for us, we will fight. We will win." In space, the fleet of Earth grew. New ships, new weapons, new plans. The people of Earth were not afraid anymore. They were ready. Captain Laura looked at the stars again. "They thought we were weak," she said. They were wrong, and so the fire had been lit. The galaxy had seen the first spark, but the storm was still coming. The war was no longer a secret. The Thalrex had declared full war on Earth. Messages were sent across the stars. Earth had become a target, but Earth did not wait. Earth answered with force. New ships came out of hiding. They had black metal bodies and no windows. They were controlled by smart computers that could fight faster than any pilot. These ships moved like shadows in space, and their weapons confused the enemy. The Thalrex could not lock onto them. They missed their shots again and again. Captain Laura Brooks now led a fleet of 5 powerful ships. Her job was to protect human space and stop the Thalrex from going deeper. Each ship had strong shields and powerful weapons. The ships flew in silence through deep space, hunting for the enemy. "We have a contact," Ryan Moore said. 3 Thalrex ships ahead. "They don't see us yet." "Move into position," Laura said. "We strike first." The human ships moved like ghosts. They circled the enemy without being seen. Then, in a flash, they attacked. The first enemy ship exploded at once. The other 2 tried to run, but they were not fast enough. One was destroyed. The other was captured. Laura sent a message to Earth. "We have taken 1 ship. We will bring it for study at Earth Defense Command." Daniel Cruz watched the video from the captured ship. He saw strange systems and new weapons. He sent all the data to Lily Grant. "Can you use this?" he asked. Lily smiled a little. "Yes, their tech is strong, but not better than ours. We can learn from it." She and her team worked night and day. They built new systems to stop the Thalrex weapons. They found weak points in the enemy ships. Every battle made humans smarter. Colonel Mason Green led the ground teams. He trained the Space Marines. His men and women wore new armor that could block plasma shots. They used strong gloves to climb enemy ships and fast tools to cut through walls. Their mission was to board enemy ships and take them over. Mason stood in front of his team. "This is not just a war," he said. "This is our chance to change the galaxy. Do your job. No mistakes." The Marines trained hard. They jumped from one ship to another in space drills. They learned how to fight in low gravity and how to move without making sound. They were ready. Soon they got their first real mission. A Thalrex ship had been disabled near Saturn. Mason and his team went in. They broke through the door and moved fast. The enemy fought back, but the Marines won. They took control of the ship. One of the Marines, Carla Dean, found something strange. A map of enemy space. It showed a hidden base. She gave the map to Mason. He sent it to Daniel Cruz. Daniel showed it to the leaders. This base is their main supply hub, he said. If we hit it, we slow down their whole war. President Helen Morris nodded. Do it, but be careful. We do not want a full war with the whole galaxy. Back on Horizon 1, Laura got the mission. Her fleet would strike the base. They would go in fast, destroy the supplies, and leave. Lily Grant sent her a new system to use in the attack. It made the ships invisible to scanners for a short time. The fleet jumped to the edge of Thalrex space. The invisible system worked. They moved close to the base without being seen. Laura gave the order. Attack. No delays. The ships fired all at once. Explosions filled the base. Enemy ships tried to stop them, but they were too slow. The humans hit every target. The mission was done in minutes. As they left, the Thalrex sent a message. It was short and full of hate. You will pay for this. Earth will burn. Laura sent back one line. We are not afraid. Back on Earth, many small alien races were watching. Some lived under Thalrex control. They saw the humans winning. They began to hope. Maybe they could be free. One race, the Mavari, sent a secret message to Earth. Their leader, a scientist named Veril, wanted to talk. Daniel Cruz got the message. He told President Maurice, if we help them, we gain allies. But it is risky. The Thalrex may strike harder. Send a team, she said. Let them know we are open to friendship. Captain Laura Brooks was chosen to lead the mission. She took a small ship to the Myvari planet. Veril met them in secret. We have waited many years, Veril said. Now we see Earth can lead. Help us. We will, Laura said. But we must move carefully. Veril gave her plans to weaken Thalrex stations. He knew their codes and systems. This would help Earth win without more blood. When Laura returned, she met with the leaders. They now had a new choice. Stop after saving Earth, or keep going and change the whole galaxy. President Maurice looked at them. We did not want this war, but we will not back down. If we stop now, the Thalrex will return. We must go forward. The room was quiet. Then Colonel Green spoke. Let's train others, humans and aliens together. A new force, the others agreed. And so a new plan began. Earth would not just defend. It would lead, it would teach, it would build. The war had changed, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The war had reached a new stage. Earth was no longer fighting alone. Small alien groups under Thalrex rule were rising. They wanted freedom. They looked to Earth for help. Some saw Earth as a leader. Others saw hope. Captain Laura Brooks now had a new mission. She was sent to rescue the Mavari scientist Veril. The Thalrex had found out he was working with humans. They planned to arrest him and destroy his lab. Laura's ship flew fast through deep space. Ryan Moore watched the screen. Enemy patrol. Ahead, he said. Go around them, Laura said. We must not be seen. They used the stealth system to hide. The ship moved through shadows, silent and unseen. They reached the planet where Veril was hiding. The place was quiet but tense. A small team, led by Laura, landed near the lab. Veril met them at the door. I knew you would come, he said. I have something to show you. Follow me. Inside. Veril showed them files. This is the location of a Thalrex power core. If we disable it, many of their ships will lose energy. Can you come with us? Laura asked. I must, Veril said. The files are no good without my help. As they left the lab, ships appeared in the sky. "We are out of time," Ryan said over the radio. "They saw us. Get us out," Laura said. The team ran to the ship. Enemy fire lit the ground, but the human ship was fast. It lifted off and jumped to safety just in time. Veril was now safe, and Earth had new knowledge. Back on Earth, President Helen Morris met with her council. She spoke clearly. "We have a chance to end this war faster. Veril's data shows a weak point. If we strike there, we can stop many Thalrex attacks." "Should we do it?" one leader asked. "It could bring more enemies. More will come if we do nothing." Maurice said that. They voted. The answer was yes. The attack would happen. Colonel Mason Green started training new fighters. Some were human, some were alien. They trained together. They learned to fight side by side. They trusted each other. Mason spoke to the new group. "You fight for your people and for each other. This is not just a human war. This is a fight for freedom." They trained hard. They shared meals and stories. They built friendships. The Thalrex had tried to divide the galaxy, but now people were coming together. At the same time, Lily Grant worked on new shields and weapons. She used Thalrex tech and made it better. Veril helped her. "You humans learn fast," Veril said. "So do you," Lily replied. "Together we can win." A new fleet was built. It had human and alien crews. Ships had mixed symbols on them. They flew under one command, the command of Earth. The day of the mission came. The goal was to reach the Thalrex power core and shut it down. It was deep in enemy space. The attack had to be fast and strong. Laura led the fleet. Mason led the ground team. Veril stayed on the ship with Lily to guide them through the enemy systems. The fleet jumped close to the power core. Enemy ships rushed in. The battle began. Lasers lit the dark space. Ships danced around each other. Explosions shook the sky. Laura's ship took a hit. Shields down to 60%. Ryan said. "Hold course," Laura said. "Keep the path open." Mason and his team landed near the power core. They fought past guards. Carla Dean moved fast, cutting into control panels. Veril spoke over the radio. "Use the red wire, then press the third button." Carla followed his words. The power core started to shake. Lights went dark. "It's done," Veril said. "Get out," Mason shouted. The team ran back to the ship. Enemy fire followed them, but they made it. The ship took off just before the place exploded. The power core was gone. In space, the ships began to slow down. Some stopped moving. Others turned back. Laura gave the signal. Pulled back. Mission complete. The fleet jumped to safety. Cheers filled the air. Back on Earth, the news spread. People celebrated. So did many small alien worlds. More messages came to Earth. More racers wanted to join. President Morris gave a speech. "We did not plan to lead, but now the galaxy looks to us. We must be strong and we must be fair. Let us build something better." The council agreed. Earth would take a seat of power, but not alone. Aliens like Veril would also sit at the table. A new council would rise. Mason Green smiled as he walked past the training yard. Human and alien soldiers trained together. "This is the future," he said. Laura Brooks stood at the window of her ship. The stars looked the same, but the galaxy had changed. "They tried to keep us small," she said. "But now they see. We are not going back. And so Earth had moved from silence to strength. The war was not over. But now it was a war for something greater. A new order was coming. The final battle came without warning. The Thalrex were angry and desperate. They had lost many ships and bases. They knew Earth was rising. They wanted to strike a final blow. So they did something bold. They opened a wormhole near Earth. It was fast and dangerous. Through it, their biggest fleet arrived. Dozens of warships poured through the hole. Their goal was simple: destroy Earth. Alarms sounded across the planet. Cities lit up with red lights. Soldiers ran to their posts. Ships launched into the sky. The Defense Command called every leader. President Helen Morris stood in the center of the war room. Her voice was calm. "This is it. We hold the line. Earth will not fall." Captain Laura Brooks was already in space. Her ship, Horizon 1, led the defense fleet. Ryan Moore sat beside her. "They're coming fast," he said. "Then we meet them head on," Laura said. The battle began in low orbit. Human and allied ships flew out to meet the enemy. The sky turned bright with fire. Ships exploded. Missiles flew. Lasers cut across space. Colonel Mason Green led the ground teams. Dropships brought Marines into orbit to stop boarding parties. Some enemy ships tried to land, but the Marines fought hard. Mason moved with his team, rifle in hand. "They won't touch this planet," he said. On the other side of the battle, Verrill and Lily Grant worked in a hidden lab. They had a plan. Verrill had found a weak point in the wormhole. If they hit it with the right energy, it would collapse. But the device had to be placed near the center of the wormhole. "It's dangerous," Lily said, "but it's the only way to stop them from sending more ships." President Morris gave the green light. "Do it." Laura received the plan. She looked at her crew. "We have to fly close to the wormhole, drop the device, and get out. Simple, but deadly." Ryan nodded. "We'll do it." Horizon 1 flew. Fast. Enemy fire hit their shields, but they pushed forward. Other ships protected them, taking hits and returning fire. Finally, they reached the target. "Drop the device," Laura said. Lily's voice came over the comm. "It's active. You have 90 seconds. Get us out," Laura said. The ship turned hard. Behind them, the device glowed. Then it exploded. A wave of light spread across space. The wormhole began to crack. It twisted and collapsed in on itself. No more enemy ships could come through. Cheers broke out on the human ships. But the fight was not over. The Thalrex fleet, still in orbit, fought harder. They were trapped and angry. Colonel Mason's team boarded a large enemy ship. Inside, they fought room by room. Carla Dean led her squad to the control room. They captured it and turned the ship's guns on its own fleet. "This is our ship." "Now," Carla said. Across space, the tide turned. The humans and their allies pushed the enemy back. One by one, the Thalrex ships were destroyed or taken. At last, the last enemy ship stopped firing. A message came: "We surrender. President." Maurice ordered a ceasefire. The war was over. But Earth did not take revenge. Instead, Maurice gave a speech to the galaxy. "We did not seek this war, but we fought it with courage. Now we ask for peace, a real peace, one where no race must live in fear." The Galactic Council was changed. Earth now had a seat of power. So did Verrill and others who had joined the fight. A new council was born, made of humans and aliens working together. The flag of Earth was raised on the council station. Next to it flew the flags of new allies. People from all corners of the galaxy stood and watched. Captain Laura Brooks stood. With them, her uniform was marked with new stars. She looked at the flags, then at the stars. "We were quiet for too long," she said. "Now they know who we are." Ryan stood beside her. "And they know we are not alone." Colonel Mason Green trained new soldiers. Not just humans, but aliens too. They worked side by side, learning from each other. "We build peace," he said, "by being strong together." Lily, Grant, and Verrill built new ships, made for peace and not war. They traveled to distant worlds, offering help and knowledge. "Let this be the future," Verrill said. "One where we rise together." Earth had warned the galaxy it was holding. Back now, it had shown its strength. But more than that, it had shown its heart. The war had ended. A new age had begun. Months passed after the war ended. The galaxy was quiet, but not still. Earth had become a strong power, but it was not feared, like the Thalrex once were. Instead, Earth was respected. Many alien races had joined the new council. Together, they began to build a better future. Captain Laura Brooks walked through a large hallway on the new Galactic Council station. Her boots echoed as she passed alien leaders and human officers. Everyone gave her a nod of respect. She had become a symbol of Earth's rise. She met with President Helen Morris in a glass room that overlooked the stars. "How does it feel to be part of peace instead of war?" the president asked. Laura gave a small smile. "Strange, but good. We still have much to do," Maurice said. "Some parts of the galaxy are still under danger. The Thalrex are not gone. Their leaders are hiding." Laura nodded. "Then we need to find them. Peace means stopping them for good." Meanwhile, Daniel Cruz was on a mission. He had been tracking Thalrex signals. One of the last generals, Dravos Kern, was sending secret messages from a distant planet. Daniel sent the location to Laura. "We may have a chance to end this fully," Daniel told her, "but we need a fast and quiet team." Laura formed a group of humans and aliens, including Carla Dean and 2 Mavari scouts. They flew to the planet in a small stealth ship. They landed in a forest near a dark mountain. Inside was the Thalrex base. They moved at night. The Mavari used their night vision to lead the way. Carla used her tools to break doors and unlock panels. They found Kern in a control room, guarded by machines. "Stop right there," Carla shouted. Kern turned, his face full of anger. Earth was weak. It should have stayed silent. Laura stepped forward. "Earth was never weak. We just waited." A short fight broke out. Kern tried to escape, but the team stopped him. He was captured and taken back to the council station. His trial was watched across the galaxy. He was found guilty of war crimes. He would live in a prison station where he could harm no one. Back on Earth, people returned to their normal lives. Cities were rebuilt. Schools taught about the war, but also about peace. Children learned about other planets and other people. Colonel Mason Green started a new training center. It was not just for soldiers. It was for leaders, peacekeepers, and diplomats. "We train for peace as we trained for war," he told his students. "We stay ready. We stay united." Lily, Grant, and Verrill built a shipyard on the moon. They made ships for travel, trade, and science. No weapons, only tools for helping others. One day, Verrill said, "You humans changed more than I thought. You did not take the galaxy, you shared it. Lily looked at the stars. We had to show we were strong, but now we show we are wise. On the Galactic Council station, a big meeting took place. New members from faraway planets joined the council. Each one brought new ideas. They wore different clothes and spoke different languages, but they all agreed on one goal: peace through unity. President Maurice gave a short speech. We once stayed silent. We once waited, but now we act. Not with fear, not with fire, but with purpose. The council voted to create a shared patrol force. It would keep the peace in all parts of the galaxy. Earth was asked to lead it. Laura Brooks was chosen to command this new peace fleet. Ships with mixed crews flew under her flag. Their job was not to fight, but to protect. On her first mission, Laura stopped a group of pirates attacking a trade ship. She spoke to the pirate leader after they surrendered. "Why did you attack them?" she asked. "We had nothing. No home," the pirate said. Laura thought for a moment. "Then help us build. There is work to do. You can be part of it." Some of the pirates agreed. They joined the rebuilding crews. Even former enemies could become allies. Daniel Cruz opened an information center. It collected data to stop future threats before they started. He worked with alien minds to watch the galaxy. "We do not fear shadows," he said. "We light them." Many races that once stayed far now reached out. They wanted to trade, learn, and grow. Earth had become more than a planet. It had become a leader. Children from different worlds now played together. In parks, in space stations, in schools. They learned new words and shared stories. Carla Dean became a teacher. She showed young cadets how to think, how to solve, and how to lead. "Strength is not just in your arms," she said. "It's in your choices." The sky above Earth was filled with ships from many worlds. The stars were no longer silent. They were full of voices, working as one dot. Captain Laura Brooks stood once again. At the window of her ship, she looked out at the stars. Ryan stood beside her. "Do you think it will last?" he asked. Laura nodded. "As long as we protect it, as long as we believe in it." And so the galaxy moved forward. Earth had once warned it was holding back. Then Earth had acted. But in the end, Earth had done more than fight. Earth had changed the galaxy by choosing peace. The silence was gone. The future had begun.